Right, guys. So we finally got some more actual official content from the Battlefield team showcasing the destruction. Well, officially showcasing the destruction because, as far as I know, there's already been gameplay of the destruction been shown already, unofficially. But this is actually something they've released on their own channels to showcase how buildings, especially in this, I think it's the Egypt map, might basically tumble down when you shoot at them. They're saying that if you shoot bullets, even if it just takes enough damage, essentially the buildings will come down and you'll be able to change the environment and make it, more dynamic. Which arguably I think is true. And I've seen people have already talked about this. It's already been out for 2 days, I think now. So I think Jack and a couple of other people have already made videos on this. But no one's talked about, the fact that whilst this looks really great, and obviously this is something that people want anyway, regardless, this isn't actually as dynamic as I think people expect it's going to be. I feel like they might need to temper people's expectations just a little bit. I think this was also in the trailer as well, this exact thing breaking down. It looks to me like this is actually a predefined animation, or it's going to be the same destruction every single time you do this. So you need to look at it more like it's kind of like a miniature Levolution, in that I think that wall is going to be destroyed in the same way every single time. And that's where I think they need to actually temper people's expectations a little bit. Because I think a lot of people think that the entire map is going to be destructible in this way. Do you know what I mean? I think people, and if you go on Reddit and if you go on the comments of the community updates, people are literally just like, wow, dude, I'm going to be able to knock down the entire building if I shoot it enough. And it's like, well, no, I actually think, obviously, you can already tell that obviously they have the predefined route. You can see that this is clearly a route that they want you to destroy, and then you'll be able to run through. But what I'm saying is that I'm not sure even if you can partially destroy this building. I feel like the second that you shoot a rocket at this building or you do enough damage, the whole thing just comes down in the same way every single time. And I think that it's good that they're going to have a lot of this, right? I think it's a good thing that there's going to be lots of these mini Levolution things. However, you do need to understand that this is all predefined. I don't think, I'm thinking that a lot of people think this is kind of like the finals, where the entire map is destructible in different ways, and the pieces of the environment create ramps and block exits and stuff like that. It's not like that. This is as far as I can tell from this footage, it's almost entirely predefined. Everything you're going to destroy in the game is going to be predefined in a way that's consistent, right? That's all I wanted to say. I think it's still cool. This still looks way better than anything we've seen in the past. In fact, all of the previous destruction in a lot of the battlefields is already predefined in a way. However, not necessarily, with the buildings in Bad Company 2 and in Battlefield 4 and 3, some of them were actually you could destroy this one wall and this one wall and this one wall, and then you can go in the different directions depending on which wall you destroyed. This is not an example of that. This is just the wall falls down and then it creates a new exit, and that's there. And they said some debris was random server side. I think so, but does it stay there? Does it actually become cover? You can already see some of the stuff just breaks into smaller parts and just disappears anyway. I just wanted to temper people's expectations. Don't get me wrong. It still looks good. It's still, the amount of particles on the screen for some destruction like this is way more than we've ever seen in a lot of games, to be honest. But yeah, there's a whole article here. Basically, our goals for destruction are centered around adding further gameplay depth by allowing you to reshape the environment and transform your surroundings towards a tactical advantage, barging through walls to surprise your enemies, reshaping the battlefield. But as I said, I still think they're focusing on, you'll be able to do specific walls, not any wall. And I think people really need to temper their expectations about that. You can't just shoot any wall and just make a hole in it, right? That's going to be the thing. The fact that one RPG did that much damage as well. Again, probably just a demonstration. I feel like maybe, hopefully, you shoot the wall with RPGs in different places and things will fall off, and then eventually that will trigger the Levolution. But, I'm just saying, it looks good. It looks insane. Just imagine that this is a predefined thing, and it's going to be lots of these predefined destruction elements. And maybe there'll be the same building and you'll be able to destroy it in the same way in different places. Do you know what I mean? I think you just have to be a little bit, just take this and just take it with a grain of salt. That's all I ask. Because I'm thinking people are already going crazy with like, oh, we're going to be able to level the whole map, dude. There's going to be we're just going to be in this big square with no buildings in it because we've destroyed it all. Like, that's not how it's going to be. Okay? I would love if they had also some like gradual destruction. So you destroy a little bit of it. Maybe it opens up one of the walls. You destroy that part of it. That lands, but it doesn't actually change anything. I hope it's like that. But I'm just saying everyone needs to just calm down a little bit. But yeah, once a wall takes enough damage from an explosion, smaller impacts such as bullets will also contribute to its destruction, allowing you to shoot your way through a wall. Again, I think it's going to be predefined. You're not going to be able to like cut a hole like you've got like a laser cutter. I don't think it's going to be like Rainbow Six where you're going to be able to shoot holes in the wall. Again, that's what some people have already been like, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to Rainbow Six. No, I think it's going to be like you shoot enough, the wall falls down. Different surface types also visually degrade before breaking down through persistent surface damage. Buildings apple core as they start to break down, leaving their core exposed. So I think there is a gradual, like, degradation after you shoot it a few times. But I think it's going to be roughly the same every time. But that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying I don't think you're going to be able to flatten the entire map. I think there's still going to be core cover in everything, which is great because it's actually designed that way. But that's just what I wanted to focus on. And we can also focus on what's happened in the previous games, like, I don't know. Destruction. I mean, 2042's destruction, again, it's kind of like the classic thing of, there's a wall on this building that you can destroy if you'd like. I don't think there's anything more than maybe destroying a couple of walls in 2042. You know what I mean? I can't think of an example where there's like a big destruction element that you're like slowly breaking down, unless I'm mistaken. I feel like 2042 had some of the least amount of destructible environments in the game, as far as I can tell. Can you think of anything? Like I'm pretty sure there's like specific, like very small, like square-shaped buildings that you can destroy the walls of. I don't think there's a building that you can even destroy in 2042. No? In Portal, yes, because of the Bad Company 2 maps, right? But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that people need to temper their expectations about the destruction because, again, this isn't the finals. I don't think this is going to have as much destruction as the finals in terms of you shoot an area and part of the building turns into cover. I think it's more like you shoot the walls fall down, and then that might reveal a new area that was supposed to be there. You know what I mean? What's this? Ardennes Forest? I've never even played this before. You know what I mean? In fact, I think this map might actually have more destruction, funnily enough, with all these buildings. I think these buildings actually do get destroyed. You can't wait for firefights and watch things just disappear. But think of it more like updated Sen Crossing. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not thinking, oh, what the hell? This isn't even a full lobby. Think of it more like updated Sen Crossing from BF3, BF4. Like, with slightly more routes available, not actual, like, I can destroy that building over there. Like, if I see a building, that's destructible. I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be definitely more like, here's some predefined... Why is it putting me in this lobby, dude? Just put me in a different lobby. Put me in a lobby which is just a normal breakthrough game. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is another issue I'd like to talk about. Matchmaking. They are forcibly... Look, okay, there must be more than 100 people playing this game. I want to play Breakthrough, but it's putting me on the same map that I don't want to play. I don't want to play Battle of the Bulge on Ardennes Forest because there's only 5 people in that lobby. This is going to piss me off a little bit. Dude, no. Just give me a different lobby. This is insane. I mean, this is a perfect example of why matchmaking doesn't always work. Like, I'm desperately just trying to not play that map. And it's just like, what is this? And what? And now I'm going to sit in this server queue? I mean, guys, come on. If you're going to have this matchmaking stuff, it's got to work. And I know that there's other servers out there. This isn't there's not 2 servers running. I was playing a different map before this. You're telling me that there's only Ardennes Forest? This is ridiculous. I mean, this is a perfect. Honestly, I didn't even think 24 players in the lobby. Why am I not allowed to play on the other maps? You're just forcing me to play this one map. Anyway, well, I mean, a perfect segue into what I wanted to talk about next. There is going to not be a server browser. I'm pretty sure there is not going to be a server browser. This is going to be the matchmaking for the new game as well. It is what it is. Not great. As you can see, it doesn't work very well because this game is what, 4 years old. It has 10,000. I think it even has 10,000 concurrent players right now, minimum, and they're forcing me into this one server, and I'm just like, okay, I guess that's sure, yeah. Anyway, well, I guess we'll play it then. But yeah, I do find that a bit weird. That they're doubling down on no server browser. But you know, what can I do? What can you do? Not much. You get the issue with AU all the time. Yeah, well, especially on low pop, in low pop areas of the world. So Asia, Australia, even the US at times. I think they have issues with being able to get into lobbies. Yeah, I should probably use my plates. But look, at least this map has nice destruction sometimes. Maybe we'll actually see some of that soon. Maybe. I don't know. I've not used this gun in a while. Why would they choose matchmaking over a server browser? Because then they have control over who gets into what lobbies. Not necessarily based on skill-based matchmaking, but it makes it a more smooth experience for people that don't know how to use a server browser, which is not necessarily, like, I'm not saying that people are stupid, but I'm saying that they try and make the experience as simple as possible for the most amount of people. And if that means that you're not allowed to pick what servers you play, so that John just presses play and then he's immediately into a server, you know what I mean? Where's this guy going? Hello. If John just presses play after a hard day's graft and immediately gets into a server, that's a better experience, and they'd rather just do that. You know what I mean? Then add a quick join. Well, that's what BF5 did. So BF5 had matchmaking, and they also had a server browser that was harder to find. But, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's John's fault. Yeah, it's John's fault. Basically, it's John's fault. No, what I'm trying to say is they try and make the system, like, you just press one button and you're in a game. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I can't see properly. Can I get a nade in there? That would be sick. That's what I would say. It's all about making the experience as smooth as possible for the most amount of people. Almost like a mobile game. Like, obviously, for us, it makes sense, but for other people, it doesn't. It feels like they're trying to fix a problem that doesn't exist. I guess, but you also have to think about, like, they do want to have some control over the lobbies, right? They do want to have... They want you to play specific maps and modes in a way, because they don't want people just leaving game. How do I describe it? Like, they're trying to make sure that the teams are balanced, and they still want some control over how the lobbies are created. You know what I mean? If there was absolutely no matchmaking whatsoever, then there would be a lot more kind of situations where one team was just absolutely smashing the other one. Yeah, obviously with the older games, that did, you know, they didn't have that problem before, it seems. But arguably, I think everyone's been in a scenario in older games where you join into 4 games in a server and you're just getting absolutely smashed, right? They're trying to avoid that. And when they have more control, they can more easily control that. It's all about data. It's all about data and finding ways to have some control over how people play the game. Now, with server browser, you could lock ranks to some level and then noobs can't join. Well, no one did that. What they did was the other way around, where they were the admin and then they would lock levels and then only let people with low levels play whilst they were a really high level, and then they just smashed the noobs, which I thought was a great idea. Are we still not pushed up? I guess not. The warfare mode of Delta Force is an example of failure in matchmaking. But you say that, It's not a failure of matchmaking for them. They get to give everyone a more rounded experience in their data. Do you know what I mean? For someone who plays a lot, yeah, it sucked. But for newer players, the new player experience coming in, I'm sure they had great data that was like, wow, people press play and they have 10 of the best games of their life, and then they buy something from the store, and then and everyone's happy, except the person who's been playing for 50 hours, and then they stop playing because they're sick of it. But at least they played for 60 hours. Who's shooting me? I can't see them. So this is the thing. All these matchmaking systems are not for you. And this is, I was going to make a video on that, actually. Matchmaking's not made for you. It's made for them. So they can more easily control what's going on, and yeah. Better new player experience, short-term gains. I like to think of it like, you know what I mean? It's short-term gains. Did he not die? Oh, we actually had some destruction there. We finally destroyed this wall that I didn't even know we could destroy. They would much rather have, right, 10 people who play the game for 5 hours than 8 people who play the game for half an hour and 2 people that play it for 1,000. Think of it that way. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as loyalty in terms of matchmaking. They're like, we want 10 people to play the game for 5 hours each. That's enough for us. Great. Job done. If it's like 2 people play the game for 8,000 hours and then 8 people play the game for 1 hour, that's bad in their eyes. Do you see what I mean? That's the kind of the way to look at it. It's much better for them to have more people playing longer than a smaller amount of people playing for a longer amount of time and then 8 people giving up immediately. Right? Is that a robot? Dude, the fact that there's a Terminator skin in this game as well. Almost like Call of Duty. That's so weird. But it's 2042. You know, what do you expect at this point? Are we defending? Oh, we're defending. That's why we haven't pushed up. I was wondering what was going on there. We're obviously doing a very good job of defending. No, but you have to understand, it's not necessarily loyalty. I'm using the wrong phrase here. And it's not necessarily DICE. I mean, DICE has the least egregious matchmaking system out of all these games that we've just listed. It's Call of Duty and Delta Force that are more like that. You know, to them, it's more important that more people play slightly longer than having a couple of people that are dedicated fans of the game. Because at the end of the day, it is a little bit about money. You know what I mean? That does often make it, you know, more profitable for them that they have more people playing the game for longer than 2 people that play the game, possibly spend money a little bit, but not for long. You know what I mean? That's. I don't think that's an important metric. There you go. I think I've explained it well though. Right? We don't need to talk about that anymore. The point is that the more control they have over matchmaking, the more that they can control player behavior, and that's the most important thing to them. Not necessarily that a couple of people have an amazing time. It's more about, let's just try and make everyone have a more consistent experience that is trackable. I'm about to die. No. Okay. But that, I mean, you know, it's whatever. They will remember this day. Why would they make a game directed towards just making people happy if they're not going to spend money? Genuinely, it's just the facts of the world. I think people who spend more time on a game are more likely to spend money. Yeah, that's true. But what I'm trying to say is that they would much rather have the larger proportion of people play a little bit longer than having 2 people that just play really long. Do you know what I mean? They would much rather have 10 people that play 10 hours than 2 people that play 8,000 hours and then 8 people that give up after half an hour. Do you understand? That's the way of looking at it. Look at that destruction. Wow. Yeah, I don't think this building comes down, actually. Does any building actually get fully destroyed in 2042? I think it does.
The Americans are retreating. Good work.
And anyway, what I'm trying to say is I don't think, as far as I can tell, DICE is saying that that's not the way that their matchmaking works. In 2042 or the next game, which is how it's going to work in both games. You get me? So this is why I think it's so important to talk about this stuff regarding Battlefield. It's because Battlefield is one of the last games that hasn't given in to a very strict matchmaking system. All right? That's what I'm talking about. Like, we can't even be mad at them. Yeah, not having a server browser, yeah, that sucks. But to be fair, we didn't have one for 2042. We got on with it, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. Oh, well. I'm still going to play it. What I'm trying to say is that we just can't let Battlefield slip into the same system that every other game is in now. Can you think of another casual shooter that doesn't have a strict skill-based matchmaking system? Armor? Anything else? Armor, maybe.
Let's go.
And then every other game is just pure matchmaking, and they don't focus on anything else. Unless you can think of any. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not giving the devs shit in Battlefield necessarily, even though there's going to be no server browser. I just think that it would be nice. But at the end of the day, Battlefield is the only game that doesn't have that insane level. Yeah. I'll just play Squad and Hell Let Loose. Well, there you go. There's another 2 games that don't necessarily have strict skill-based matchmaking. Am I on attack? Okay, they put me on attack on the worst attacking map in the game. Which is, it's just an open field. But you know, we'll deal with it. It will be unbelievable. Well, the game's not out yet. Yeah, this map is basically just get absolutely destroyed by the enemy team on the other side of the map. But, I mean, you know, maybe with a sniper we can do some work. What sniper's he got? Has he got a different skin on his... I don't have a different skin. Where'd he get that? Is there skins for the Gold Magnum? What if the game flops and the player base dwindles and it's difficult to fill games? Well, that's what I'm saying. I still don't think they'll give in. That would be nice if they did add a server browser, but I doubt it. Like, even with 2042, 2042's player count went down to 3,000 at one point. Oh, that is a player. I thought that was just a rock. 2042's player count went down to like 2,000 players at one point, and they didn't give in then, so, you know. Okay, I need to stop being so slow and actually get these guys. Where's that shot going? Is it going high or low? Ow. Where are they? One there. Oh, I can't even really see him. Oh, I think I can run faster with my knife like in Call of Duty. Shit, it doesn't work.
Be careful. Enemies detected in the sector. New objectives marked.
Are server browser and SBMM incompatible? Yes. If I'm able to pick whatever servers I want to join, then it will remove their skill-based matchmaking. That's kind of how it works. But yeah, do you know what happened? BF1 actually had a system for a while where they had matchmaking for the operations mode, but they didn't. But then everything else was server browser, and I like that. Weirdly, I like that, but obviously that was helpful because it meant that people couldn't just stream snipe me. But you know, very niche problem for a niche, you know, group of people. But so yeah, that was convenient for me. I don't know if that was convenient for everybody, because it was the one place I could go where people weren't just going to follow me into every game and just relentlessly stream snipe me. But again, yeah, that's only helpful for me. Dude, the fact that I'm fighting against robots in 2042 on a map in World War II is crazy. We knew this would happen eventually, but here we are. Streamer mode? Yeah, they've never had a streamer mode, even though they've talked to me about it like 3 times. And I've said, oh yeah, could we just have a really basic streamer mode that just changed my username? And they're just like, yeah, sure. And then they never do it. Which is great. Okay, we've actually pushed up, which is nice. The movement in this game, after playing so much Black Ops and Call of Duty, it's so weird. It's so weird to play this game. It feel like it's not even that slow. It's actually kind of fast, but it just feels slow in comparison to what I've been playing in Warzone. How are you seeing me through smoke, sir? What do you think of Delta Force's netcode? I mean, what is it? 20 hertz? Okay. Maybe it was 30 hertz. I don't know. Can I climb up here? Oh, I do have a nade, actually. Maybe I should throw it. I've never used this before. How do... Oh, almost crashed. Good. Oh, I see. I've literally never used it before. This is new to me. They would also need to hide IPs like they didn't do in BF4. Yeah. I need to switch to the Deagle so I can run in and just one-tap people. That'd be nice. See, now it would actually be good to not have a sniper. How have you got an angle there? What? XM3 is very cheap. I know, I'm just using this character because... Oh. I'm just using this character because he has very nice... Okay, bro. I've never used that gun before, and yeah, okay. Cheeky quad kill, why not? I'm using this character because of his abilities, because McKay finally got nerfed to the point where I actually don't think it's worth using him. Yeah, this is actually broken. The fact that you just get it for free every like 10 seconds or like every 30 seconds or something as well. And it's got thermal? Okay, dude. Nice. Big gameplay there. Huge gameplay from me. Very nice. There needs to be a location battle royale. London, Paris, probably some weird difficulties, but it would be cool. I guess. But wasn't Firestorm in Norway? What's the difference? I really need the Deeg, man. This is not going to do enough damage. You don't like that the motion animation looks slow? The throwing of the grenades animation in this game is very strange. Hang on. Hang on, I need to put the, is it V? Yeah, it's V. For the, burst fire, which is what I want to use. Enemies? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? How has he survived that? He's got pushed by the vehicle and he's fine. Right, let's just use the Deeg. I just forgot that they even had the Deagle in this game. We finally get a Deagle again. And it's in this game. Dude, one thing I am concerned with is why are they not... Why have they not teased that they're bringing back any older maps? Do you know what I mean? Like, are you kidding me, dude? How many times have we said that we want, like, Metro or, like, Grand Bazaar in a new game? And every single time, they just don't... Like, I don't... Like, at least one. They did it with Portal, kind of, but then they brought back the maps that I don't... I mean, Arica Harbor, yeah. I like Arica Harbor, sure. Is there a guy there? No? Like, could we get Metro on launch for once? Come on, man. How many times? How many times do we just say that people just like Metro? Yeah, you might not like it, but most people do. Can we just have Metro at launch? Can we just have Grand Bazaar at launch? Can we just have Damavan Peak at launch? Can we have well, maybe not Siege of Shanghai, you know, that's actually asking quite a lot.
Objective captured. The sector is under our control.
To be fair, Siege of Shanghai is actually a lot. Like, I get it. But, you know, Metro, not too crazy. Honestly. Oh my god.
Enemy down.
Hang on, we'll get him, don't worry. And rechamber.
Troops are bound to defenses. We'll have to fight
He's
to
dead.
take the sector.
Oh shit, I actually got it. You know if the SKS is in this game? Striker Karkand, yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, Striker Karkand was actually at launch. Striker Karkand was actually at launch.
We are moving to seize Charlie.
For BF3, right? No, BF3. Yeah, no, it was BF3. Dude, my brain's broken. I forgot that BF3 was actually that long ago. Oh, for some reason, I thought that Striker Karkand was a BF3 map, but it was a BF2 map from like 20 years ago. First. Yeah, that's right, Sabra. Yeah. Ah, you see, there's a guy with his vehicle turned around. Good, good, good. How far away can you shoot the grenade launcher thing? Like, how far? How far does the thing go? He's not dead. What? How many shots has this guy taken? What the fuck? You got sniped twice. I counted it. Golf of Oman or Daily Implant. I mean, Daily Implant. I'm not a massive fan of Daily Implant. If I have to be honest with you. It's kind of just big and open.
Attack on Charlie 1 and
Golf of Oman at least had some character. Oh, where's the scope glint? There's no scope glint. Damn. No scope glint, still gets wrecked. What was the game that had the Kubra Dam in BF2? Kubra Dam was crazy. I need ammo. I keep thinking I can run faster with the knife. It's not like that in this game. Okay. Bloody hell, who are you? Demon Daddy. Harvest Day from Bad Company. Yeah, it was okay. Oh god. Did I get my ammo back at least? No, it gave me 11 rounds. What? Should give me more than that. Who's shooting me?
Just secure Charlie 2.
I'm being shot across the map and I can't see their scope glint. It's really annoying. I thought that was the whole point.
That's one down.
They left Portal to rot. I mean,
They're attacking one of our objectives.
I mean, I don't know if there was any expectations for Portal, to be fair. Oh my word. Yeah, but you don't understand that making maps isn't easy. You have to understand it is not easy. It might seem easy, like you could just take it, you could just copy and paste a map from like older games, but it really isn't like that. Guns, on the other hand, they're usually really easy to implement. They're just not easy to balance. That's the problem with guns. So like gun models and basically just making a new instance of the gun is easy, right? Maybe the sound effects take a while to do, but everything else is pretty much straightforward. It's just that then they have to balance them, and yeah. But yeah, maps are nothing like guns. It's a lot of effort to do maps.
What now?
Did I ever play Army Men 3D? I can't remember. Was that the... No, I remember Sarge's Heroes. I played that one. I don't know if that was the name... Was it Army Men Sarge's Heroes? That's the one I played. That one was good.
All objectives are under our control. The sector is ours.
I should use my special ability. Oh, dude, that's actually sick. Getting healed by hitting enemies is so good. I usually play McKay. I never usually use this character, and I'm starting to understand why people do this now.
Contain the Russian forces in this sector.
You'll never get tired of Nuketown? I mean, I'm tired of it, but that's because I'm on mouse and keyed, you know what I'm saying? The only thing you can do on mouse and key in Nuketown is hold an angle. Hold one of the angles and hope the spawns don't flip. That's not for me. Do I like to play extraction shooters? Yeah, I like DMZ. I don't like Tarkov, though. I played like 10 hours of Tarkov, and I was like, yep, that's not for me. I don't enjoy that at all.
That's one down. Reloading.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy Tarkov. I thought it was just way too... Like, I watched Summit play recently, and I was just like, what is this? Sometimes you insta-kill someone, sometimes they insta-kill you, and that's the gameplay. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, even Armor has a little bit more consistency than Tarkov, in my opinion. Do I like the look of Marathon? You know, it's going to be streamable next week on Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to that. Dude, these guys need to shoot, man. So many of them holding their shot. What are they waiting for?
You got this far, no pass. Just a little farther.
We fight for each other.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like how it looks. That's the joke. The joke is I don't like how it looks. I think it looks awful. Personally, like, that's not anything against what I think the game might be in terms. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the whole game's shit because the game doesn't look how I like it to look. I just don't think it looks like something I like in terms of the visuals. The gameplay might be different. Is the mouse input on this is awful? If you play with automatic weapons, maybe. Snipers are okay, I think.
Need to reload.
I think the Marathon's art style is genuinely, like, unnecessarily weird. Like, they've gone overboard with the art style. Like, it's just too much. To the point where it affects gameplay.
Their defenses are crumbling.
It's like, I get that they have to have an art style, but that it affects gameplay to the point where it won't feel tactical or look normal or grounded at all. Like, what do you mean I'm gonna sneak around in a red outfit? It's like 2042. 2042 has the same issue. It looks weird.
Exodus doesn't quit.
It doesn't work. It doesn't make me feel cool at all. Like, I'm gonna shoot a Terminator in about 30 seconds, and you'll be like, "What the fuck? What is going on?"
Got them scrambled. Wrap this up.
Tango down.
Go on, get another one. Get on. Another one. You got another. Get it. Go on, get another. Go on, get it. He still got it. 5 headies. Let's go.
Reloading.
Yeah, I think that it gets to a certain level where if the art style just ruins the game. And I think 2042 is an okay example of that. I think that's fair to say. Nothing makes sense, really. Some of the characters look okay.
The Russians are defeated. The entire site is now secure.
I wonder if DICE will let us use the map creation prompt tool. Okay, so here's the thing about... oh, here you go. Hey, look, guys, it's Modern Combat. One thing I was going to say was with the destruction, I did think the next stage of destruction for Battlefield was going to be a little bit more akin to Rainbow Six. Not that I think that it would work everywhere, but I thought that's the direction they were going to go in. I think they've had to scale that back. That's what I think. They said in their article that they had issues with stability regarding their destruction system, and they've had to make changes regarding that. I don't know if that's what they did. If they tried to do it like a finals type thing. But also, at the same time, would I enjoy a finals type system on Battlefield where the entire map can just be leveled to the point where you get trapped in geometry and you're just stuck there, and it's just like, do I like that? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think the future of oh, great. I think the future of Battlefield is definitely in community-focused content. So if people can make their own maps, make their own servers, have their own rules, like kind of like Armor. That's where my brain has gone now. Is Armor is such a great platform, even though I actually think that some of the game is absolute dog. Some of the systems in Armor are just so outdated, it's insane. But the actual platform that you build on and make mods in and custom maps is incredible. Proximity chat, you know, it's definitely going that way, especially with content interacting with other people in the game through voice comms. You know, it's kind of a big deal now. I don't know if Battlefield's going to have that. I don't think it will. I think they should.
We fight for you, old friend.
Yeah, that's my thoughts right now. So I do a nice Scar H.
Target today is an agricultural research facility in Egypt. Key to mitigating the
I will never understand why newer games won't include prox chat. I think it's because they're afraid of repercussions of people saying bad things through voice chat.
Clear into the desert. You want your families well fed? Take that facility back.
Have I played Battlefield before? No. First day. First time playing.
Got your objectives. Secure those, the sector is ours. Then it's on to the next.
How is it their responsibility what's being said on chat? It's not. No one cares. Like, Call of Duty has the most abhorrent things in the history of man being said in there every day, but they just don't care. But I think that some companies are afraid that that will somehow reflect on their company. Like, I don't see any other reason why they wouldn't. I think it would be funny to shit talk people in Battlefield, honestly. And if people mess around, if people fuck around, they find out. And I've always said that. That's my stance with anything. Like, do you want to test and see what you want to say in the game and see if you get banned? Go on, then. Just don't say anything that's going to get you banned, then. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Com moderation shouldn't be a thing. Well, you're saying that, but then why would they have it in the first place? Now you've just answered that question for them. Right? So there's two options. You have proximity chat, but you have to moderate what people say, or just basically just say, look, if you say something fucked up, you're gonna get banned. That's it. Versus they just go, well, we just don't want to deal with that, so we're just not gonna have it. That's the problem. If you guys just say like, oh, I don't want my comms to be scrutinized. It's like, well, unfortunately, that's the caveat. That's it. You have to. It's almost like if you want there to be prox chat, you have to. There has to be some ground rules, unfortunately. I don't believe it is freedom of speech in the video game in terms of like that. It is their. It's their intellectual property. They can do whatever they want with it. But yes, that is the problem. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you guys are like, oh yeah, well, I want there to be prox chat, but no rules. It's like, well, okay, it's one or the other. I hate that you have to hold E on buildings to open them. Then they're just going to be like, well, okay, no proc chat then. But yes, I think that prox chat is also the future, and that'd be amazing. I've never been on this before. How do you fly this thing? Okay. Excellent. Very well played. Also, how do you fly that thing? Do you... What the fuck do you do? I was pressing space and it wouldn't move.
We have control of the sector.
You just press W? Oh, shit. Is it like a... I'm guessing it's just like a chopper. I thought it was going to be like space to go up or something. I don't know. Oh, shit. Prox chat with 64 players on a small map would be chaos. Yeah, but it would be funny though, wouldn't it? Until someone says the N-word, and yes, they would get banned. And then someone's like, why not? It's like, no. We've been through this.
We push them back, but not far. Secure this sector.
Taking attack on Bravo 1.
Pandemonium over the comms while under a probably pure cinema. Yeah, I mean, in Armor, for instance, in Reforger, I mean, I only had 2 instances where people said, like, fucked up stuff. And then they got banned, unfortunately. Like, it is what it is. But most of the time, people were just funny with it, you know? Oh, I thought that was an enemy, dude. What the fuck? Hey, bud.
Target eliminated.
How you doing?
Hold on, reloading.
I need to shoot this sniper. Aye. Where's that guy that was shooting me from over here? Is he gonna peek? I could use my grenade launcher if he's still behind there, but I don't know if he's still there. There is someone out there. Oh my god, there. How do I...
Action prime. Fire.
Is he... What happened to him? Is he dead? Yeah, he died. Okay. Look at these nerds. Dude, this heal on this character is crazy. Why did I never use this character before? I guess because McKay was still better. BattleBit had proximity chat? Yeah, it did, yeah. Oh my god, you were the most annoying.
Allied troops attacking Bravo 2.
I saw someone threaten a guy with a pipe bomb armor, but did he mean in the game? Did he mean in the game, or did he mean in real life? That's the issue. Alex B, thank you very much for the Scout membership. Thank you. Oh no, he meant in real life. Well, unless he could prove it. Technically, he could just say, "Oh, I was just talking about the game, dude." Unless he simply said, "I'm not joking. This is real comment." Even then, he could just say he was joking. How would you prove it?
Need to reload.
Anyway, I doubt we're getting proximity chat in the new Battlefield. There's a very low chance of that happening, in my opinion. Oh, what the fuck, dude? And then 2 people appear next to me with no sound. And that's Battlefield. Welcome. Oh my god! How are you there when there's this many teammates around? What the fuck? Who? Who just did that? I just heard a footstep to my left as well. Was it a teammate? I don't know. Team! Stop letting these guys run around like crazy. Opt in, opt out. That should be the way. Oh my god. Stop.
All objectives are under our control.
Thank you. And then I got killed by a minigun. Oh yes, big res, big res. I needed this. Oh my god, I have no health. Oh my word. Oh, we're moving up. Good. Excellent.
New objective assigned.
How has no one seen this guy? What the fuck? How are they getting away with this?
The storm is too strong! Fall back! Hold on, reloading!
New username? What do you mean? This has always been my username, isn't it? Oh my god. Right, the tornado? I'd rather not. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think it's gonna make me... Yeah, alright. Sure. Sure, I'll fly in there. Yeah, sure, man. Yay! It's just what I wanted.
We're moving
Oops.
to
Oh, wow.
Charlie 1.
I forgot that you're not allowed to pull your parachute until, like, 50 meters off the ground. To be honest, I'm actually further away than I would be if I just spawned here, so actually, who's the real loser? Where's the guy that's just shooting us in the back from here? Oh my word. He's just blending in with the rocks. You can bet I can't see him. He's just blending in with the rocks. Good. Okay, we'll go.
We are hitting Charlie 1.
Wait, did I see someone? Hear someone? Oh, I did. Put the plate in. Put the plate in. My aim's not as good as it used to be, man. These dogs ain't as annoying as they used to be, but they're still annoying. This character control feels so floaty. It's weird.
Grenade, watch out!
How do they fumble the franchise? It should be it should be studied. I did study it. I uploaded 3 videos back to back on why BF1 was good, why BF5 was mid, and why 2042 was maybe not as well received as they wanted.
Enemy down!
That's exactly what I did. Big play.
Russian forces are dug in here.
Do you think Battlefield will be a competition for Warzone?
Objective set.
So here's, and I've said this so many times. If Battlefield does do a battle royale, okay, and basically you need they just need to like a checklist. Is it better than Warzone in some way or another? And if so, how is it better than Warzone? Right? Because if they release basically a Warzone that's not even as good as the product that they're trying to beat, then what's the point? I am a little concerned. I have a slight concern that they're just gonna try and like do Warzone a bit, but then not really make any improvements on it, or they make a weird version that people don't really care about. Like, so something I'm very concerned about, if there is a Battlefield battle royale, is that they'll be like, no, it needs to be tank focused. It's like, no. This is exactly, no one asked for that. No one's there like, oh, there needs to be the tanks in Battle Royale, guys. Otherwise, it's going to be bad. It's not going to be Battlefield. Like, no one wants that. And I guarantee you there's going to be some sort of weird tank meta in the Battlefield Royale. Because like, yeah, but it's got tanks in it. Yeah, Battlefield. No, don't. No. You need to make a superior product to Warzone. if you want it to be better. And if they try and like inject some weird, like, yo, but what if there was tanks? Like, no, dude, the people just want a battle royale. They don't want something where it's like, oh, I get to the end of the game and there's a tank at end game and I lose. No one wants that. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm concerned with. I'm worried that their own kind of like, we need to reinvent the wheel approach, which is what they've done in the past, is going to end up basically ruining them because they're going to be like, oh, but if it doesn't have tanks, it's like what they did with the competitive. The competitive had to have tanks in it for some reason. Why? The 5v5 mode had a tank in it. Who? Why? Dude, that, and then they're like, the competitive didn't work. It's like, well, okay, maybe it's not just the tank, but at the same time, like, why is there a tank in a 5v5 mode? You know what I mean?
Target eliminated.
And like, if they've done it for the competitive mode, you can guarantee that there's going to be some weird thing that they add to, what's it called? That they add to their battle royale that's like just unnecessary and no one asked for. But think about this. Imagine Warzone, but with battlefield level destruction. Now we're talking about something that's actually like tangible and would clearly be an improvement, right? If they just literally copied the Warzone formula one-to-one in a way and just added good destruction, you know, then we're cooking. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping for. But I know it's going to be something like, but we did our own spin on it. And it's like, but dude, is that really the key? I don't know. Tanks, but no tanks. There you go. That's the title. If they took the Warzone formula and added things that people have wanted, as opposed to adding things that are just weird and don't really make any sense, that's what I'm worried about. Why not just make a battlefield? Everyone has to have a battle royale. What if they did both and it's just an addition? Why would that be an issue? Unless you believe that they're going to be taking away from the experience of the game by making the battle royale, I guess. Is that what you think? Do you think do you think dev time is going to be taken away from the normal battlefield mode if they make a battle royale? Or what's the concern there? Why not both? It would divide the player pool? I don't think so. But then again, if the experience is better in the battle royale, then so be it, I guess, in a way. Oh my word. Okay, cool. I guess I'll just take damage. I'm curious to see a good BR that plays similar to BF. Tanks should be interesting. But they did that. There was tanks in Firestorm, and it fucking sucked. Like, not Firestorm necessarily as a whole, but when you faced a tank in the final circle, it was a load of bullshit. That was dog shit. I hated that. I got to the end of the circle, I had 5 rounds in a Kar 98, and the other guy had a Panzer. And I'm like, well, I'll just quit the game then.
Our reserves are down by a quarter.
Do you know what I mean? They've done that. It wasn't cool. It was annoying. And especially when they didn't have what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? What am I looking at? What is that? It looks like an insect. I think it's all the birds stacked on top of each other. What the fuck, dude? It's all the birds.
Objective captured and secured.
What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. That's the quality. That's the quality that you wanted. I thought it was like a flying centipede, dude. I was looking in the sky and I saw this giant thing with like 18 legs flying in the air.
Our troops are moving on Delta 2.
That's what it looked like. It looked like some sort of like centipede that was just floating in the air. My god. Ask Will what bird that is. There you go. They're looking normal now. Is it like Mario Kart? They're all drafting each other. But beak to butt, they call it.
One of our objectives is under attack.
is someone on my left, but it is what it is. Yo, imagine if I hit more of those shots. Do I have a... Do I have a plate? I do have a plate, good.
Delta 2 is now ours.
Oh, but they're taking... Oh, for fuck's sake. The birds are just chilling in the middle of a war zone. Where else are they going to go? This is their home. Oh dear. Where's the aim, bro? Why am I not taking the objective? Am I not close enough?
Russians are attacking one of our objectives.
Plates were an interesting mechanic. Well, the reason why Warzone has plates is because Firestorm did it first. Isn't that cool? I guess. Like, Warzone did actually steal some ideas from Battlefield. Which is kind of crazy. I just want to get to the next objective, and now they're taking T2 back! What the fuck? Ah, so annoying. Actually so annoying. Oh my god, please. And now they take D1 and oh my god, that's so fucking annoying. As soon as I leave, the objective gets taken, I don't get the points. Whatever, man. I was thinking maybe he wouldn't be holding that. So stupid. Right, where are they hiding? Are they hiding in here?
Hostile spotted at Delta 1.
My word. So many people hiding on this point. Rush mode is still fun in BF4. Dude, that's all I played. Remember Hazard Zone? Honestly, no. I played it 3 times and I was like, this is one of the worst modes I've ever played, unfortunately. I think they'll admit that, though. Like, it just... the marketing. The marketing for Hazard Zone, man. Like, come on. They were marketing it like it was Warzone. That's how. That's the vibe we got from the marketing for Hazard Zone. I was literally like, this is gonna be huge, and it wasn't anything like that. How do I? I can't really do anything about that tank, can I? It is what it is. What the fuck? I thought that was someone jumping down. Yeah, look at the minimap. This guy's coming over. You lower down. Okay. Hit your shots, kid. No, they didn't screw it up. Technically, they advertised how the game kind of played, but what I'm saying is the amount of marketing. Like, it was as if. How do I describe it? It was like they were advertising a battle royale. Like, this was like, yo, guys, watch out, because Hazard Zone is the next. Oh my word, Hazard Zone is the next big thing. Get ready. And then we came out and we were like, oh my god, what is this? I made a whole video on how they could make Hazard Zone better using limited resources, but I guess it was by that point it was too late. Oh wow, I love spawning in the middle of a field and then running in the open with no cover. Thanks, game. Do I have?
We have begun our attack on Delta 2.
How do you do the? I can't remember how you use the underbarrel attachment. Is it like V or N or something? N, V, T. I don't know. X. Oh my days, dude! This guy's so lame. Why? Who decided that one-shot claymore was a good idea? Like, genuinely, who was like, you know what we need? We need something that requires absolutely no skill. Because I think even in the past games, they did like 90 damage or something. Sometimes. Good thing we heard him. Or they were, what was it? Avoidable, weren't they? Or were they always a one-shot? I've always said, I've said this in every video game, if you're going to have a claymore, just don't make it one-shot. That's it. That's it. That's the solution. Make it do 90 damage. Solved. Yeah, it's still like, if you're low on health or you're like running after someone, you'll still get killed because they'll chase you down. That's it. That's the solution, dude. Like, you can have a claymore in a video game. I think it's okay. Just make it not one-shot. GG. It still works. It still gives the person, like, an insanely big advantage because they're going to get a huge, what's it called, notification that they're being currently beamed. Actually, I might have to shoot my 9 bullets.
Need to reload.
You know what I mean? Oh, that is an enemy. I couldn't tell.
Eliminated.
There's a guy on the roof as well. I can probably revolver that guy. Hold on. Shit, he's in cover.
We are securing Delta 2. Troops on site.
Muhammad Salahi, cover me. Tango down.
The sector still remains a Russian.
Oh, what the fuck? What? How did a C4 get there? Sorry? Did he chuck that from there? What the fuck? I'm so confused. What the fuck? Is that how fast C4 goes in this game? Am I going insane? Yeah, I need to use my grenade launcher more. I keep forgetting I have it.
Grenade. Exhibition.
Good, good, good.
Friendly needs assistance.
Was that Claymore God? Oh, I don't know, man. What the fuck is happening? I might got res if I waited, but...
Under our control. The sector is ours.
I hope the operators in BF Leak does not include special skills like jumpsuit. Well, we already... Guys, the game is already fully leaked. They just have perks as far as we can tell. There's no... It's technically not heroes. It's classes-ish. I'm being shot. Oh my god. Oh my word. There's just a guy back there with a sniper rifle. I wonder if I can get him, actually.
Capture the sector and the battle's won.
Oh my god, I hit him in the head. There's no fucking way. He's dead. One idiot. He was just using the, what's it called, gun?
Our forces have begun an assault on Echo 1.
He was using the rail gun. That's it.
Reloading.
Yeah, so as far as we know, it's just perks and classes. Although I disagree with the class distribution, but you know, it is what it is.
Neutralized.
I don't know about the class distribution thing. I don't know why they've gone medic and ammo on the same class, and then an assault class and an engineer. When it was like, what was wrong with assault as medic? I don't. Am I wrong here? Am I stupid? What was wrong with assault as medic? Seriously.
Target eliminated.
Apart from the fact that it kind of made a class that was kind of like a be all and every all. Will I try Delta Force's new season? Yeah, probably. Oh my god, no, I can't peek him now. Most assault players went for kills, not revives. I guess.
One down.
But wouldn't they? They'll just do that anyway, right?
Echo 1.
Do I hear someone next to me? I thought I did. And as far as we know, weapons aren't locked to classes, so... What on earth are we playing? Battlefield 7. This is actually the one after the next one.
Securing Echo 1.
Or having support as the LMG class or whatever, but I don't think that's the thing, right?
Any more losses and we'll have to pull out.
Visual on an enemy tank!
I thought I heard some footsteps next to me, but it turns out it was just my teammates, I guess. Yeah, this is the problem with not playing McKay, is I have slightly less maneuverability, especially in this last area. I feel like it might be worth just playing McKay maybe for the last bit. I actually don't know where he just fucking went. Oh, he's there.
Enemy down. We need a medic.
Russians are now occupying an objective.
Are they peeking me from up top? I feel like they might. Oh, okay, cool. And then they get run over. BF5's underrated? How?
The hostiles can't
Doesn't it still have 50k players? What do you mean? Oh no.
One another down.
Can I destroy this? I can. Very cool. I'm surprised no one's used it yet.
Stay focused until the end.
Yeah, it like literally has Battlefield 5 has like 50k concurrent players. It has more than 2042. What's the origin of Tomo being a trash bag? I think it was because like we would just see like trash bags in game, and it's just funny to go like, oh look, it's Tomo. Damn. Honed. You know, it's not actually real. I think, and also he can take it, you know? That's the good part of the joke. It's got to be someone that can take it.
Enemy down.
What the fuck?
I'm out.
I
Reloading.
thought they were climbing up. They're just stuck in the building. That's a big nade. Oh, Jesus. E2. How do we get to it? We go this way. I need to reload this, don't I?
Need to reload.
Can I hip fire this?
Almost through their last
No?
defenses.
Okay. Okay.
Our objectives, no matter what.
Maybe I should go back to E1. This feels too... It feels like there's too many of us at E2. He is... No, Tomo's not actually a contrary to popular belief, Tomo is not actually a trash bag.
Target eliminated.
Oh, dude, the Claymore Pro got me again. What the fuck? They're so good. Am I excited for its destruction in the new BF? Well, yes, but also it's not what you think is what the YouTube title would be. Battlefield destruction is cool, but it's not as cool as you think it is. That's the title.
Lost an objective.
I think there's a little bit of confusion about how good
Reloading.
the destruction actually is. But it's still cool. Don't get me wrong, it's still cool. Oh, they're taking E2 back, dude. What the fuck? That didn't kill them, even though 2 went out. Damn, we're gonna lose. Can we get a res, bro? Bro! Thank you!
Echo 2.
At the back. Grenade.
Okay, are we just gonna go back and forth between E1 and E2 now? Because this is gonna be crazy. Right, and now I'm going back to E1 just to make sure, because I know what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna go from E2 to E1, and then we're gonna end up with no one defending the point, and that's gonna be bad. This always happens. We end up doing the juggling act, and then everyone just leaves the other point. And as long as there's at least 1 or 2 people on it, we should be good. GG.
Russian forces are leaving the site. We've secured it. Well done.
It seems excessive. Well, no, what I'm trying to say is that the destruction is purely predetermined, and I think people need to understand that. In that, whilst the video from that shows this kind of like what looks to be dynamic destruction, it's actually predetermined destruction, static. But like, they know all the points at which you can destroy something that will give you the result you want. Do you know what I mean? So like BF1 destruction, basically, yeah. It looks better though. It looks insane. There's so many more moving parts to the animations and stuff. Warzone's got too many cheaters. Oh well, I mean, yesterday was crazy. We won 5 games in a row, and then on the 6th game, it was 3 cheater teams. And like a ranked lobby. So I don't know what happened.
Count me in. Let's go.
Shadow banned. No, I'm still bullish on BF6, dude. I think BF6 is still going to be much better than what it's going to be what we want. But I'm just trying to temper people's expectations. But yeah, I know what you're going to say. Minus server browser. Well, at least this is what I'm saying. At least they did talk about skill-based matchmaking and about how they are going to have skill-based matchmaking, but it's not going to be used to actually matchmake players only with other players. It's going to be used for team balancing. That's what they said. If someone does the research and they end up being like lying, then that's a whole other problem they got. How old am I? 33. Also known as 29 Prestige 4. I would be happy if they give us filter options. So here's something that happened, right? Here is something that happened at the beginning of this stream. I showed the destruction video. I went to matchmake. It matchmaked me 9 times into the same lobby with no players in it. And I was just like, that wouldn't happen with a server browser. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you can't be doing... Like, if I back out of your matchmaking choice 8 times, there's clearly... Either tell me, oh, this is the only server running, or give me the server browser option. You know what I mean? That was a prime example of how the matchmaking didn't work. It was literally like, here's the lobby. I don't want that one. No, here it is again. But I literally said I didn't want that one. No, here it is again. Here it is again. Here it is again. Here it is again. I was just like, dude, you're telling me there's only 2 servers running? There's no way. You're not. Why are you putting me into the same lobby?
بالتوفيق يا أصحابي.
We're beginning an assault on the port of
That was not very cool.
global trade, one the Russians have been manipulating to their advantage. We end that today. We're to lay siege to the port and push the Russian forces out. We're counting on
What profile and settings am I using in my Wu-Ting? I've just got the Hall Effects profile on, whatever that is. In terms of... Oh, not Hall Effect. The Rappy Snappy. I've got that turned on. And everything else is pretty much standard. So if I'm holding left and I press right, it overrides it. So I'm just holding down my D key, and then I'm tapping A, and it will override it.
Allies moving on Alpha 1.
Mexican or Italian food? Well, unfortunately, I'm exposed to like 95% Italian food and like 5% Mexican food, so I'm gonna be biased and say Mexican food. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah, no, but also I do like Mexican food. I like both.
That's one down. Bomber سلاحي. Cover me.
Ooh, is that a shotgun they had? Okay.
Our forces are moving to attack Alpha 1.
No, I like both. The one thing I know, it sounds crazy because obviously both of them involve a lot of cheese and like carbohydrates, but I feel like Mexican food is like lighter a lot of the time, even though it probably technically isn't. It's like more fresh ingredients. It tastes healthier. That's like, whether that's true or not, I don't know. Whereas Italian food is a lot of cheese and a lot of carbs, and usually that's kind of it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make a focaccia later today, so I know all about what goes into Italian food. A shitload of olive oil, like an insane amount of olive oil. I'm talking 4 tablespoons of olive oil on top of it being bread. I mean, I wouldn't have killed him if he didn't have a giant red marker above his head. So thanks, Battlefield.
The enemy has taken objective Alpha 2.
No such thing as too much olive oil, honestly. Well, actually, I mean, it's kind of... that's definitely not true. Bro must have known I was going to repeat that. Come on, man. It was the bait. It was the old bait and switch. You're talking about an entry-level bread here. Why am I going insane? I hear this guy. Where is he?
Alpha 1 is being contested by hostiles.
The fuck? And we got a dog. Are they in this bush? What's going on? Losing my mind. Oh, I almost got the heady there. That would have been crazy.
Threat neutralized.
Well, that Will would call it an entry-level bread, okay? Oh my god. Hello. What the fuck? Ah! I can't see or hear. Wait, I've just got the self-heal? What the fuck? Why has that only just happened now? Jesus Christ. There was a medic box. Ah, fuck, I didn't see it. Anyway, I'm making a focaccia layer. And it's going to be hopefully delicious. Okay, we're both just firing. We're both just spraying when I should have been tap firing. It is what it is. There's a guy above me, look. And I need to reload. Please don't shoot me until I've reloaded. Thank you. Oh my word. Did you get them? Did you get them, or have you just let them live and... I didn't appreciate that. Okay, dude. Okay, and there's a guy running around this side. They are somewhere. Where are they? They are here.
Threat eliminated.
I still don't like... Well, I've just not got used to tap firing in this video game. I know it's probably the right thing to do, I just don't do it. Do I prefer... Well, I use extra virgin olive oil in the bread. But I do use Spanish extra virgin olive oil. I mean, you know, it's probably... I mean, that's a sin, but, like, I'm doing it, so... Forget about it. It was cheap, and it tastes good, so... Tomato, tomato. They wouldn't say that. Unvirgin that oil? I don't think so. I don't think I need to. Oh my god, hello. Yeah, I'm using Spanish virgin, extra virgin olive oil. Because it was cheaper. How different is it really gonna be? Mousestick Gaming, thank you for the 41 months, by the way. Oh, by the way, Edo Chico as well. Thank you for the resub as well that I missed. Thank you for the 41 months, Mousestick. Ah, you see, look, I should have been tap firing there, and maybe I would have got that kill on the headshots, you know? And I didn't. I just sprayed. I just wanted to spray, and that's not okay. But sometimes you get lucky, do you know what I mean? Are they gonna nade me? I'd nade me. You up there? The problem is, this is when McKay would come in handy. Bro, all you had to do was run the other way. What are you doing? What is going on, dude? You just ran into a wall and died. Like, what are you doing, man?
Enemy down.
Moroccan olive oil is better. Don't tell me. You're from Morocco. No bias. He had a plan. It was... Well, he executed it. That's for sure. Damn. The headshot wasn't there. Nade? What happened to the nade?
Target eliminated.
We have conquered Alpha 1.
I think this is a suppressed AK, isn't it? It is. Is that guy? Look. That was not great. Hello. I didn't realize you were an enemy. Ooh, that was close, but I'm actually alive. Which which is good for me. Actually, I'm kind of digging how much health you get back from playing this character. Kind of OP. Nope. Hello. That was insane. What the fuck? I didn't have a choice. If I ran back inside, I think they kill me, right? But it worked.
Enemy down.
Aye. Is this really BF6? Yeah, they decided, you know what, fuck it. We'll just upgrade 2042 and just say it's BF6. That's what happened. They just went, you know what? 2042 is basically just BF6. We'll just they won't notice. That sniper over there. Can I reload there? I don't think it fully reloaded. Hang on. Enemies? Why did my teammates just die here? Oh, would it be that guy? Maybe.
We are attempting to take Alpha 2. Total resources left at 50%.
Dude, brother. Let me spawn here. This guy's gonna die. He's gonna get shot by the tank, and then he missed. Holy shit! Is this guy gonna survive? Maybe. I am in smoke. How can you see me? This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Jack Frags has decided that 2042 and BF6 were so similar, they might as well just re-release 2042 and just say it's BF6. And that is how we've ended up here. What the fuck? If he hadn't destroyed that thing, I wouldn't have known he was here. Oh, I could res this person.
On your feet,
We are moving to attack Alpha 2.
After all, why not? Why wouldn't I res them? This feels like a horrible objective to push, but
Enemy down.
I could try. Who am I being sniped by? Multiple people. How? Who and how? Nice position, brother. You hold that thing.
Project's gone. Stay alert.
There's a guy in that corner on the right. There's a tank. Jeez. Oh. My word. Am I celebrating 420 tomorrow instead of Easter? I did think about it. You know, I thought, yeah, why not? So I'm canceling my family engagement. This kind of sucks to attack this map.
Hostile neutralized.
Please use the railgun. I got bored of using it. It's actually kind of not fun. You just put the crosshair on the head and just hold down the click button. It's not actually. I actually don't like doing it. Oh yeah, just shoot me straight through the straight in the back, dude. I would love that. Oh, there's a guy there.
We just lost control of an objective.
Need it.
Grenade going out.
They are on that corner, but what can I do about it? Nothing.
Our forces are hitting Alpha 2.
There's just it's just pain. There's just so many angles I can be shot from. Like I'm being shot in the back currently, through a wall as well. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere safe. Nowhere is safe, dude. Okay, there's 6 people on the point. Where? 2 people on the point.
Alpha 1 has been taken by the enemy.
Where? Oh, cool. I didn't see the tank. I should have seen it. It was in the map. You missed the 12v12 format, but that wasn't any of the Battlefield games. In fact, it wasn't 1942 128 players, which is kind of crazy.
Are advancing on Alpha 1.
I remember when people told me about the fact that the first Battlefield was actually
Our assault is
128 players, and I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Why did it go from 128 players to 64? My question is why has no one made a better game that has more than like 150 players? You know what I mean? Why has no one made a better thing than PlanetSide, apart from the fact that the hit reg on PlanetSide was absolute dog shit? Fine. I'll give you that. Why has no one managed to make a high player count FPS game again? What happened? Why? I want to know. It's just impossible to balance, I guess. Wow, that was so fun.
Russians are attacking one of our
PlanetSide 2, 30 FPS. Yeah, I played it when it came out, and that was what, 15 years ago? But seriously, why has there not been another good PlanetSide game? Why? Or why hasn't there been a game like PlanetSide that's actually been successful?
hostiles attacking Alpha 1.
You had high hopes for Mag. What happened to Mag? I wanted to play Mag, but I didn't have a PlayStation, so I couldn't. Okay. Well, yeah, you can just hold that angle if you want. Have I played Roblox? Yeah.
Our resources
I
are
have.
nearly spent. We cannot sustain a prolonged engagement.
Wait, where were we at? Where did I just die like 5 seconds ago?
We just lost Alpha 1.
It was just awful? But how though? Like, what was awful about it?
An objective
Oh
has
my
been
God.
captured by enemy forces.
Was it the hit reg? Was it the balance? What was it? What made it shit?
Getting attack on Alpha 1.
Because yeah, I was well up for getting it, but I didn't have a PlayStation, so you know. Guys, I think we're gonna lose this one. Not sure how. Not sure how I know. Just know. Actually, I might be able to. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Okay, man.
We've lost control of Alpha.
Guess I'll die. Oh, good. Nice spawn trapping.
The enemy is
Well played,
We
everyone.
cannot sustain any more losses. Evacuate the site. We've lost.
What was I saying? Vulcan. Yeah, see, I've never heard of Warhawk or Starhawk. Never heard of it. What's that? No one cares about large scale formats anymore? Well, they do, but like PlanetSide basically just became outdated. That's it. That's all it was. PlanetSide was outdated. And so everyone stopped playing. 10 hertz or 5 hertz servers just didn't work anymore. Or whatever it was. Like, it was bad. Like, playing the game was bad. You know? It literally got to the point where you would die. You know, in like BF3, you get shot around the corner, right? In PlanetSide 2, you would get like shot round the map. Like, you would die. You would be like so far around the corner that you would be dead on the other side of a mountain. It was like, I honestly think the PlanetSide 2 netcode was the worst experience, the worst multiplayer experience I've ever had in a video game, ever. Like, I've played indie games that have better netcode than PlanetSide 2 had. It's actually fucked. You know?
We are sending you to reinforce defenses inside the facility before the Americans take it for themselves.
Because basically it's uploading, what, 5 times a second? So you basically only got a tick of damage every 200 milliseconds, which is human reaction time. You know what I mean? That's how crazy PlanetSide 2 netcode was. Or at least that's how it felt anyway. 2042 has the behind of a cover issue? Yeah.
Defend your objectives and hold this sector. We have fallback positions if needed, but we must.
Oh, were you in that last game? Selignir, I swear, if I find 5 clips on my channel that just say LOL, alright? Then we got problems. She. Yo, Valentine Brian, thank you for the 14 months. Dude, I tell you, ever since what's good, I forgot to turn on my my streamer mode on Warzone. It's without fail. It's a 30-second clip of me dying with just the words LOL every single time. Every single time, dude. Every time. And it's always LOL. There's never any interesting, like, you know, meme to it. It's just LOL. Are we just being asked? Why are we being decimated by a chopper? I don't remember this being a thing. What am I supposed to do about this? Can I shoot my thing in it? I don't even know. Have you seen BF6 has a streamer anonymous mode? Does it? Why the fuck did they get an attack chopper? Since when was that a thing? I don't remember them having an attack chopper for breakthrough. What the fuck is that? I haven't seen that, no. Is that a thing now? Because, yeah, I have been asking for a streamer mode for, I don't know, like 8 years. 8 years. It was like being shot by email. Yeah. It was leaked in the game files. The whole game is out, dude. The whole game is out. Shit. They're gonna run across the screen though.
We have lost control over objective.
They did. Fuck. And they've been hit 3 times now. Jesus Christ. Damn it, man. Oh, fuck off. Oh, whoops. I accidentally left the game. Shoot like you with the Hilo and COD. Nah, it doesn't work.
Come
It
here.
does not work.
Let's go.
I kind of wish it did, actually. Small arms fire on the chopper. Yeah, thanks, James. Cheers. Oh, well, I guess at least we'll just use a sniper. At least they changed this map. Did I play Red Dead Redemption 2? Yes. And I completed it. It was good. It was good.
The US has deployed forces against our
Oh, we're on
enemy.
defense.
That
Again.
facility is critical to our energy infrastructure, and we must defend it at all costs. Stop the Americans from securing the sectors. Their force is small, and if we bleed them out, we will win the day. Your transport is waiting.
We're on defense. Again.
Guard your objectives. If we lose this sector, we will fall back to the next.
This map's horrendous.
We must defend
It's horrendous in this part. I actually don't mind the ending of it. It's not my favorite in this part, and it's honestly not my favorite to defend in, because this vehicle's going to come around the corner and just start nading me. Get out, man. Maybe I should McKay, just to have the maneuverability.
Target eliminated.
Missed. What the fuck? How is he alive? What the fuck?
Grenade.
Oh, nice nade. But he didn't hit him, damn. And I also need to remember to... I need to get the deagle as well. Put the deagle on.
Neutralized.
Did I make any content on it? No. I did it completely off stream. What the fuck? You took no damage falling there? Insane, man. Shit, that's
Some range of hit.
Yes!
Launch the round.
Dead. Did I cry? No. It was just, yeah, it was, you know, it was good. Had a good time. Ooh, I love the heal, man. I heard footsteps behind me. In fact, was that someone right there? I should not have won that. Jesus Christ. We need the deagle.
Hostile activity on one of our objectives.
Give me the deag.
Reloading.
He died. We're actually on the worst position possible, and somehow they haven't killed us yet.
Reloading.
Have we ever cried? Just once.
One of our objectives has been targeted.
When Battlefield 2042 came out. There's no fucking way I get the no-scope and a hit with a pistol. Oh my goodness. No, this has got big vehicle. I hate that. Someone is sniping me from a random angle. Is it that guy? Is that who's sniping me? Later. Oh god. Please, teammate. Please, teammate. Thank you. I needed you for that one moment. We chamber. We peek. We get naded. Oh, it's okay. We're safe. We're gonna no scope though if someone's here, which I think they are. Did they ever have grind from from BF5? No. Grind was like its own little thing. You have to remember, like, I think grind was done because, like, they just didn't have a lot of resources and they wanted to add more content to the game. So they basically just said to the level designers to make game modes. I think that's literally exactly what happened. Is he gonna peek?
We have lost an objective.
Oh no, they're all dead.
Hostiles now control Alpha 1.
I like grind. I thought it was cool. Who was that? Get that out of my sight. Yeah, if you were here earlier, I was talking about how whatever Battlefield's Royale is, it needs to just be Warzone, but with Warzone with quality of life additions that people actually want, as opposed to weird additions that nobody asked for. That's what I was talking about earlier. Oh my word. Damn, okay. Jesus, okay.
Our forces are assaulting Alpha 1.
Is that what's leaked, Cafe? I think we said that, didn't we? Or has Jack already done a video on that? I honestly can't keep track of what's real and what's been leaked and what's been confirmed as a leak and what's real anymore.
An objective.
Have we already confirmed? Is there like a confirmation that it's going to be like a Ring of Fire again and shit like that? I can't remember. There was like a... I thought it was like a text leak. We've already seen screenshots been leaked that basically show that there's some sort of LA map. I know that.
Hostiles assaulting.
He's just standing there, man. Okay, sure, I'll take damage from the vehicle. Oh, we needed the second headshot, or maybe even the third. Have I played Helldivers at all recently? Yeah, I played the most recent update with the Winchester rifle. And I streamed it. Unfortunately, I think Helldivers 2 is it's a little dead now in terms of content. I think everyone's just like, yeah, cool. I've seen you kill the bugs 1,500 times now. That's cool, man. Okay. Clatry Madon, thank you for the 72 months. Battlefield Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster confirmed. I've seen the news for that as well. There's 2 LA multiplayer maps? Okay. Interesting. Is there a guy in this building? Yes, there is. And he's dead. Oh my word. I need to pay up. Really? The second shot should not have missed, in my opinion. Where did it go? Your defense sucks.
Do not let them take this sector.
Just making a big bowl every time. Dude, they need to fix the parachutes on this game. They feel trash in comparison to Call of Duty. Call of Duty didn't even used to have parachutes, and somehow they have better parachutes now. It's actually crazy. Brother. That's not a player. Get out of here. How did I get killed by that guy? I'm literally on the other side of the fucking mountain. Teammates. Unbelievable. What the fuck? These guys, what are they doing? Why is he sitting there? There you go. Goal gang. Goal's sick, man. Love the goal. Best gun in the game. Oh, best sniper in the game. Easy. BF10 is supposed to be good. That's what we're waiting for, dude. BF10. Then it'll be good, surely. Then it finally gets good, dude. I can't wait. I've already said if they don't do another Battlefield... Oh, sorry. If this Battlefield doesn't do well, I think it's it. Like, I think this is it, genuinely. Not even joking. I think this is the last one. I think it's over. I didn't even want to play this map. Can't be asked. Right, bye. Let me guess. It'll join me straight back into the same lobby. Why play as Zane and not Scout? But I was thinking maybe I should have played McKay that round, but also I kind of want to play one of the new maps if I can get it. Just one last time. Has the sale of Ubisoft stuff gone through yet, or no? Oh, dude, I didn't want to play this either. No. I don't want to see this. Is what I mean, this is what we're talking about with matchmaking. Like, I don't want to play this. I at least want to be able to choose which maps I don't want to play. And then just join. Look, and this isn't even, this is a threat. Look, this is what it's going to do now. I think it's going to rejoin me to this same lobby. Even though I'm pretty sure there should be more than just this lobby. Do you know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, hey, you know that hourglass lobby you just left? Well, I found another one. And this is the problem. And that is the problem with matchmaking. It's either going to send me back to the map I left, or maybe there isn't that many servers. I don't know. Only GTA 6 could kill the next Battlefield. I mean, if it releases at the same time. Everyone's releasing a lot of games. Borderlands 4 and Marathon release on the same day. Which is, again, unusual choice, but it is what it is. GTA 6 potentially releasing around the same time. Stadium. Okay. Yeah, sure. GTA 6 releasing around the same time. What else? There was another game, big game, releasing around the same time. And I was like, oh shit, everyone's just going to... Call of Duty is probably going to release around the same time as well. Oh, there's only 7 players in this lobby. It is what it is. And people are just leaving. This is the problem. This is the problem, dude. There must be another one. There must be another server. Hit X to cancel matchmaking. Yeah, I know. That's what I've been doing, brother. However, sometimes it doesn't let you. Sometimes it joins you into the lobby before you can cancel it. And it's just joining me back. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? It just put me back into the same lobby I just left. I'm pretty sure. Do you see? Yeah? Yeah? You see? Do you see? Do you see? Do you see the issue? Maybe the matchmaker needs to understand, hang on, he's pressed cancel 4 times now. Maybe it's not me that's the problem, guys. Have we ever thought about that? So, what is that? Close quarters conquest. Yeah, go on then. Redacted, there we go. That's the new one, isn't it? What are my thoughts on Delta Force multiplayer? The matchmaking is worse than Call of Duty. That's my thoughts, and that will continue to be my thoughts until they change it. I'll try out the new. In fact, I don't even know if I'll try out the new season. To be honest,
Archangel's warned us to Eastern spies operating out of the
I don't find it fun. That's the problem.
Biotech initiative. And we believe the Russians are trying to harvest new tech from the lab on site. This area is 20 tiers of classified. Get in, expel the enemy, and report back. Then we'll recover what's inside.
The thing I like about Battlefield, right, is I haven't played this game. I play this game like once every 2 months or something. And I can still have a good time. And obviously, you know, I'm probably better than a lot of players. Fine. But, like, is that not my rite of passage a little bit? That I've put that much time in? I feel like, you know, occasionally maybe I should be there. Maybe. I don't know. Not necessarily that I want to stomp on noobs. I still, you know, I'm still on the losing team sometimes. But, like, I hate it when, like, you know, I go back to Delta Force and I'm just going to be fucking destroyed, man. I'm only going to get put against literally the top 10%. So it's just like, well, I haven't played this in weeks. Are you going to be relaxed on the matchmaking? Nah. So it's like, okay, well, maybe I don't want to play then. If I go back to Black Ops 6, same story. Like, if I go back to Black Ops 6, haven't played in ages, they're just going to put me in this insane-o lobby. And it's just going to be like, okay. Well, then I guess I'll just not play. Holy shit, what the fuck? Oh, he just got smashed, dude. What the fuck? Nice. Epic. But yeah, Delta Forces is the worst in my opinion. Delta Force is like literally worse SPMM than any other game I've ever played. And I'm not exaggerating. And they're trying to say that there is no matchmaking system when it feels worse than Call of Duty, and that's saying something. Like, holy shit, man. That's bad. Oof. Yes, cheese. So much cheese, dude. Oh my word. Actually, I need to... Someone remind me to put the revolver on, because... I need to one-shot these guys that are sitting at the back. I'm probably gonna get pushed in a second. Oh, they had to do that, didn't they? Come on. Come on. Need to get the headshots, though. Hey, that's so much... That's just cheese, dude. The ultimate cheese. That's Unbelievable cheese, man. Can the revolver one-shot from that range? Yeah, it's like 70 meters. It's crazy. Really good.
They have sector Delta.
Target eliminated.
Oh my god. If that happened just half a second earlier, we'd be okay. Right. Revolver. We're actually pushing up. Let's go, team. I love this from us. But yeah, you can one-shot headshot people with this. There you go.
Need to reload.
There it is. And then we're going to bounce it off this wall. Look, there. Look at that bounce. Perfect bounce.
Push the Russians out, but they'll counterattack.
Nice. How? How do you even see me? They still here? How the fuck did they get in there? Oh, I'm dead, am I? Okay. Is this game out for the public? Yes it is. Because it's 2042. Oh my word. This is too insane. They introduced this after reworking all the maps with cover. I think I remember this being really annoying when I first played against it.
Fighting at me.
Our troops have full control of sector Delta.
I remember being the most cheesy thing I think I'd ever played against in a video game.
Reloading.
They got behind us somehow? Why is there a guy dead here?
On your feet and fight.
How did you die? Maybe I need the old 2x on here. So I can see a little better. What the fuck, dude? How did I die so instantly? What the fuck? If any people flank through the tunnels, can I flank through the tunnels? I don't think we're at that point. We're not at the point where you can.
Long way to go.
Is it the right side you can? I just don't know these maps well enough, man.
Sector Delta has been conquered by the enemy.
It's a lot of nades, dude.
Need to reload.
I mean, we are flanking through the tunnels, but we're just not getting out there. I feel like I need smokes. I could take smokes. I don't have a problem with taking smokes. So what? Can you go through here or what? Oh, you can. I see. I didn't even know about this. Very sneaky. See, there is a teammate down there. They've just not done anything. Oh, shit.
Hold
sure. They were just pre-aimed on that position, man. They've pushed past us as well. Yeah, they got 3 people down that end. Yeah, I like it. Okay, well. Oh, fuck's sake, man. How can you see me but I can't see you? Actually, we're actually out. We made it out. It's okay, we did it. I think. Yeah, we're in there. Nice. Finally. Jesus Christ, man. Ah, but I don't want to be there. I want to be here. There we go. Please. Come on. Give me 5 milliseconds of alive time before I'm dead. Thank you. God. Dude, that's such a shame. Are they gonna shoot me through the smoke, you stupid...
I'm out.
Is that fire? Oh my god, I see the problem now. I see the problem. They're on that head glitch.
Cover me.
I can't see shit, dude. Thank you. I need other people. Wait, they can sit inside a shipping container. I was wondering, like, how... Wait, there's no one else there. There's just a guy's head there. There's a guy's head inside this metal... Why did they do that? Who did that? Who thought that was a good idea? To give them a protective, like, box to sit in that you can't push? Come on, devs. Come peek it again. Go on.
Hold on, reloading.
There must be someone down here. You telling me they all ran away? Wow. Oh my word. Okay. Get the res, get the res, get the res. Oh my god. Okay, and we got... Get out of here. Get out of here. The head... This is a crazy head glitch, by the way. Absolutely, like, broken head glitch. What the heck? Operation Loco Metro inspired this map? Yeah, but it's fine. I don't mind it. I like the clusters. Nice. I like the cluster maps.
I'm out. Reloading.
Oh my god. Teammate, you can peek out. That'd be fantastic. I like the cluster maps. It's part of the the range of Battlefield games, you know? This is what makes a difference. You don't get this in Call of Duty. You might not like it, but this is what peak Battlefield looks like. A complete fuck around. That doesn't make any sense. Just sitting behind cover, just spamming grenades at each other. You know? This is it. This is perfection. Okay, where's the rest of them? Pistol, wait, they're not here? They go behind us? What happened? There's no. How is there no one here? This doesn't make any sense to me. Why is no one else here? There's no cover here as well. This is why I'm concerned. And I'm running because I feel like if I get stuck on that zip line, it's over.
We hold more sectors than the hostiles.
Oh, we've pushed around the back.
Secured by our troops.
How the fuck did I lose that? What the fuck? Okay, dude. I just died in like he didn't hit me once before I came around the corner, did he? It is what it is. Is there a door here? I don't know this map well enough, man. That's not even a player. I'm shooting the paper targets. Getting Justin Bieber, nice dude. Ugh. Any more? Let's go around. Make sure we get the reload. Oh, they'll never expect that. See, this is if I was McKay, we just jump over the top there, and we go crazy.
We are initiating an attack on Charlie 1.
What's like that?
You know, if we'd been McKay, my God, things would be so different. Very nice. More guys to the right there, yeah. Oh my word. The teams, they've just been crumpled. They've been turned to dust out of nowhere. What happened? I don't know this map well enough. I wish I kind of did. Am I flanking or not?
Our enemy now holds sector Delta.
Okay, we've absolutely just gone crazy this round now. It seemed like the teams were pretty matched at the beginning, but now
What down?
it's all going wrong. Where did that guy just go? Damn. That's the thing. When you start when you're trying to, there's like what's it called, the near death thing, and you just lose your hearing for some reason. Which, by the way, Call of Duty does the same thing. I've never understood it. When you're on low health, they just take your hearing away, and it's something that some people don't even realize until you actually go back and listen. If you get to like 20% health, it's called like the near death state, and you're not allowed to listen. Like, who the fuck wanted that? Like, yes, the first thing I would ever want is not be able to hear when I'm about to die. Very intense. Thank you. I was like, why would I ever want that? I'm already at a disadvantage. Could that not be the thing? How about that doesn't happen? Are they gonna? Oh, they've backcapped us. But honestly, they kind of needed to. Otherwise, what? It was just gonna be a. Oh no, guys, we gotta go back. We gotta go back. Damn, they actually snuck all the way at the back, dude. This is exactly what we didn't want to happen. Yeah, EU is always alive, even on the older Battlefield games as well. It's NA that struggles, especially at this time, though. It makes sense at this time. Why are they flying? They're flying. Okay, how many people? They must all be on A1 right now, right?
We've initiated an attack on Alpha 1.
I was just making sure no one was being a little sneaky beaky. No one's being a little sneaky beaky on A1, dude. So how come their whole team isn't spawning on A1 right now? I was actually talking to Wolf from work about this. With Armor Reforger changing the way that you can't spawn on points being taken, it's kind of killed the mood a little bit. Like, it used to be a much more fast-paced game, but now you can't spawn on points that are being taken. It's kind of just slowed it down to the point where it's like, well, now I'm even less likely to find action. Wait, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Beautiful. When I played it last, like, I think one of the things I did like about Armor Reforger's respawn system was that you could respawn on a point being taken and it would just make, like, guaranteed action. Wasn't Armor quite slow to begin with, which is fine, yeah, that's what they're going for. But I kind of like the fast-paced action of being like, okay, if I want to find action, I can find it. They're taking B1, we need to go back. If I want to find action, I can find it. I've just got to, I can just spawn on a point that's being taken. And now it's just like, oh, well, I've got to go to another point, make sure that's not being pushed right now, get in a vehicle, drive for half an hour, get there, die. It's like, oh, man. What am I gonna do? It is what it is, isn't it? If that's the way, the vision of the game, it's the vision of the game, I can't change that.
That's one down.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you choose to spawn in an area where they're watching the spawn tent, so be it. I don't mind. That's the trade-off. Ooh. We're slamming. We're slamming, dude. Well, they've got one ticket left.
It's over.
Nice. I feel like that worked well before with the supply system. What do you mean? You mean like it was fine, but now it isn't? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I just wanted to get on today to talk about the destruction stuff. In fact, I'll go over it again now for anyone that might have missed it. I like doing the short weekend Battlefield streams just to kind of catch up on whatever news there is of this week. BF6 without a server browser will die? I don't think it will, though. Well, I don't think that'll be the reason why it dies. But don't. Yeah, precisely. Yes. That. Deadly Salmonella. For some reason, by the way, I found this on Steam. I had to go to the Battlefield. This is what's crazy to me. Loads of people were talking about this, the destruction thing. And in order to find the news, like, there's no website. They've only tweeted it and put it on the 2042 Steam page. What do you... What? And in the community hub. Like, what do you mean, man? Like, why have they made it difficult to find this piece of information? But this is what we were looking at earlier. All I said was that, yes, this is very cool. It looks incredible. However, this is clearly like predetermined destruction. I don't think this game is going to have non or dynamic destruction the same way that the finals has. And also, this is almost too egregious in terms of he fired one RPG and the entire building just exploded. Which I assume, again, is just, you know, they're just showcasing it. It's whatever. They're just showcasing it. Fine. Yeah, he fires one RPG and the entire balcony, aircon units for 3 floors. Like, this is even crazier than Sen Crossing. Sen Crossing was like, you could only destroy parts of it and it would fall off. But they're at least showing that they're going to make it look more detailed than it did before. But notice how the bits of the side, like everything does eventually just turn into nothing, and then you're left with this predetermined, pre-made, like, levolution, essentially. So it's going to be like, the way to look at it is, don't think of it like the finals destruction. Look at it like mini levolution. Did BF3 have the same type of destruction? Technically, no. They had the buildings they would have it where you could destroy the what's it called? It wouldn't make new routes necessarily. Do you know what I mean? Like if you destroyed a building in BF3 or destroyed the roofs or destroyed some of the walls, you could jump out of them easier. But like it didn't create like rubble piles that you could then run on, right? And it didn't look this detailed. It would just be like roof fall down, lots of dust, and also do damage. Whereas this feels like they've gone like, yeah, we're going to make this look insane in terms of like how much detail there is and dust and particle effects and the building has an actual like actually crumbles from its foundations. You know what I mean? Do you mean it's scripted destruction? Yes, I think, yeah. I don't know if there's even going to be partial destruction in terms of like you could shoot one part of the wall off. It feels like that. This is literally you've hit the trigger and the whole building falls apart and it creates this path, and it will be the same path every single time. Which is why I'm saying that people should temper their expectations a little bit. Like this path was predetermined before. You see this like this debris on the right here. That's going to be like that every single time. This hole in the wall is going to be there every single time. It's just creating new routes through the map a little bit like Levolution did. And that's what I was trying to say. Hopefully they have loads of this, though. Like, there's like 15 points in each map that you can do this same thing, and it changes the environment, but not to the point where it becomes unplayable. That's the part that I think is interesting. You know? Will it have craterable terrain? I don't know. We don't know about that. I think maybe. I don't know, because again, I'm only allowed to showcase the stuff that they show, and then in the leaks, I don't know if I've seen that specific example. This scares me a little in terms of performance impact. I assume that this is on higher graphics. It doesn't look like his frame rate's affected. Look, you see, it doesn't seem like it lags, at least. But I assume the amount of particles and shit that falls off the building will be relative to your settings, so it is what it is. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching a little bit of a cheeky Battlefield stream today. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will be back on Monday with Warzone. I know. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we're just going to screw around next week. Marathon gameplay, potentially next week. Apparently you're allowed to stream the alpha on Wednesday. So we'll be trying out Marathon and seeing how it feels, and we'll be able to give our experience, which is, again, a game possibly even more alpha than Battlefield 6, and they're allowing people to stream it. Just saying. Come on, Battlefield. Come on. Let us stream it. Go on. So yeah, I'll be playing a little bit of Marathon next week. I'll be playing Warzone. What other game? There's a single player FPS game that I think I want to play soon as well. I can't remember what it's called. And also Doom next month as well. I want to give that a go. But yeah, have a lovely Easter if you celebrate it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for all the support. Make sure you give it a like if you enjoyed the stream today. And I'll see you guys on Monday. All right? Have a good one. See you later. Yeah, Doom next week.